Hi, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So, a package was delivered for me from Amazon today. They rang the bell, I let them in. Went downstairs an hour later, my package was gone. All of the other package was there except for my package. Now, the delivery um, person, he took a picture. It was delivered. It was right by the mailbox. And I went, to check. I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'll go downstairs and get it. I went downstairs and my package is the only one that's missing. Now, the funny thing is that whenever I order something and I have it delivered over by Pam, because sometimes I don't like to have it delivered over by me because they will also steal it. So I figure, well, if I, you know, have it delivered to her house, you know, so that, but like I said, it doesn't matter because it's very interesting how today they were using, the remote monitoring and the surveillance. So whenever um, the word lion, like if I'm watching, I think I was watching a video on the 4K version of The Lion King, and whenever the person who's reviewing the video keeps saying The Lion King, whenever he said the word lion, they would do like a honk or a siren. And funny enough, what I ordered from Amazon, it's called Lion Mane. It's like a mushroom or something like that, or a root, and it's supposed to help in you know uh, brain function, memory, and stuff like that. So you know, uh, this is here is what I find, especially being in this program, because this program is meant to destroy your mind. Okay, even though they may tell people out there, no, they're trying to program you or or brainwash you for your own good or whatever. We know for a fact that that's not the case, but people are deceived into believing those things. Okay, we know that that's not the case. I've shown you plenty of evidence um, that that is not the case. Right? The whole behavioral change program is not to change the behavior of the individual for the benefit of the individual. It is to change the behavior of the individual to negativity, to where those that create this program and operate this program and want to illegally microchip people, right? So that it gives them an excuse, right? And it gives them an out, or it gives them a way for them to not be held accountable, right? By changing the person behavior from to that individual to a negative behavior and a negative way of thinking. Okay, so understand that. So now, when they fail in their attempt, or they partially fail in their attempt, okay, they'll do other things, right? For example, because it's all about control, right? And so they'll steal your mail, your packages. They'll destroy, your packages. They'll destroy your friendship, destroy your relationships, destroy your family support system, right? And so they will do all these things to isolate you, okay? And also with the use of the Coercive Persuasion Program is to try to discredit you by giving you or when you talk about this to someone of a professional nature, like a therapist, is to diagnose you with having a mental illness, right? So that way they can get away with continuing to do what they're doing. And like I said, I am going to expose them in ways they never imagined. They never thought that a person would be able to expose them, right? So this is again another retaliation, right, in terms of what they do. Okay, so like I said, the package was delivered. I saw the picture. I went downstairs. My package was the only package that was not there when I went downstairs. So either the delivery person put the package down and take a picture and then left with the package, or the delivery person delivered the package and somebody within the building, um, you know, stole the package, right? Somebody who is part of this cult, right? This dangerous cult, right? And again, they're getting instruction. They're getting their instruction from those criminals and law enforcement, those religious ideologists, those religious fanatics who think it's perfectly fine to do these things. And so they can break all the laws. They can exhibit all the criminality and do all the crimes to innocent people, but yet they'll go and arrest somebody for doing the same thing that they're doing. Right? I want you to understand the mentality, right? In psychology, those type of mentalities, they're called Machiavellian, right? And that's part of what is called the dark triad, right? So you have the Machiavellian type personality, you have the narcissist, and you have the psychopath, the psychopathological, right? So, but these people they have the dark triad, right? They have the dark triad, all three, and then they create narcissists, right? And sociopaths with their followers, right? To do these things and feel like they won't be held accountable because someone in the authoritative position has given them the okay to do this. And it's, if you ever heard of Stanley Milgram, the Stanley Milgram experiment, if you don't know what that is, I suggest you go on YouTube and watch the video, read about it, and it tells you how people will follow those in the authoritative position, particularly if those in the authoritative position takes away their responsibility or their takes away their ability of being held responsible for crimes that they commit against another person because someone in the authoritative position giving them the permission to do so. Kind of like, the Nazi soldiers, when they asked them, well, why did you do what you did? They said they were just following order. So they threw their morality out the window, right? For the authoritative rule over them and being able to not be held accountable for the atrocious crime that they committed because they were just following orders. So what you have is the same type of mentality with these people. So imagine if, they were like, well, you can, physically injure this person, you can kill this person, you can beat this person, you can do whatever you want to this person and not be held accountable. That's exactly what they'll do. Okay? This is the type of personality that these people who follow in these programs, right, who engage in sort of things they're doing. And they may think stealing my packages or destroying my packages is harmless, but it's not. Okay? It is not harmless, right? And we all know that it is a federal crime, right? And to interfere with somebody's mail or even in the private sector, just because it's Amazon or whoever. I don't know if it was the mail person that I don't think it was the mail person, but it might have been Amazon delivery driver. Okay, because they usually take pictures, but it's still illegal, right? They're still committing a crime, but they keep doing it over and over and over, right? And yet somehow they believe that they're the good guys. Do you understand that way of thinking? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like you have cops framing black men and black women. You have them shooting innocent black men and black women, right? And yet thinking that they're the good guys because they have a gun and a badge. Okay? We know that they've set up thousands of black men be in prison. Okay? And they think they're the good guys. All right? There's a book that I bought and I started reading it. It's by a former cop. And he talks about all the shit that these cops do. And yet they talk about they're the good guys because they're white supremacists. So they're the good guys to their people. because they're destroying the lives and murdering of black people, right? So for white people, yeah, they're the good guys. For the majority of white people who are white supremacists, they're the good guys, right? But for us black people, we still look at them as if they're the good guys. I mean, come on. I understand how we're being conditioned, how they've manipulated us, right? And because your religion, they know that black people, brown people are some of the most religious. They use that. They use that to entrap you into these sorts of programs, and you follow along, which is, what can I say? What can I say? But anyway, if you are a TI, learn about this stuff. Go to psychologicalharassment.com. Read up on psychology. Read up on these people's personality type, right? Because they love to profile you and say you're this type of personality, right? But again, this is a projection that they do. This is a personality that they have created within you covertly that you don't even know. So once you start to realize that, right, start to go back and remember who you are. Okay, you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Never claim to be. Right? But these people are the worst. Right? They're trashier than trash. Okay? They don't have the courage to do it themselves, so they recruit and get other people, and then say, "Hey, you know what? You're not going to be held responsible because we're a member of, we're the authoritative position, and you're fine with that, right?" And human nature has shown us time and time again that those in the authoritative position, when they recruit people underneath them, okay, that these people will commit all sorts of crimes, right? So when they try to make you think that or feel like you're a criminal, you're not a criminal. They're the criminals. You just look at their actions. Look at what they're doing. Okay? Just remember that. I want every TI to remember that. All right? So don't let them fool you. Okay? They're the evil one. Not you, not I. We don't go, destroying their property. We don't go stealing their packages. We don't go hacking into their, computers and doing all that stuff. That's what they're doing. We don't go planting, false evidence, or we don't go drugging them or poisoning them or anything like that. No, they're the ones that's doing it. Just remember that. As a TI, you are a victim of this. And then also, when you hear other TI try to tell you, you're not a victim, you are a victim. Okay? And you are being victimized. Okay? And when they tell you that, don't be a victim, imagine that, right? Here's one victim telling you not to be a victim. If they're not a victim, then why are they doing? Why are they on these calls? If you're not a victim, then go about your business, live your life. You're not a victim, but you tell other TIs. So you got to be very skeptical of these so-called TIs telling you that, right? When nobody told the Jews they weren't victims. Okay, even after what Hitler did to them, guess what? They were a victim. They may not. They may say, right, that being a victim did not. Not some of them did not change who they are. And again, that's some of them. And they can't speak for everybody, right? But anyway, you get what I'm saying. Don't let them try to tell you that you're not a victim. That is because they're trying to shift the blame and the responsibility to you as the individual. So tell you to, for you to ignore this stuff when you can't, because they won't let you, because it's been done over and over again. Like I said, they steal your stuff, they destroy your stuff, they'll, all kind of shit, right? So, like I said, study these things, study psychology. A lot of books out there, a lot of information online. Okay, and if you have a phone, record your targeting. Right? They may try to make you afraid of recording your targeting, because that is what they want. They want to make you afraid so that you don't expose what it is that they're doing. This is what these people with this type of personality, with the dark triads personality, right? It's particularly the Machiavellian type, right? It's like the abuser telling the victim, "Oh, don't say nothing. If you say anything, when I see you, I'm gonna bust you in your face," because they don't want others to know what they're doing, because they don't want to be responsible. They think that they can bully you and control you, right? I mean, think about it. If it makes sense, then do what you need to do to expose what's being done to you and others. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next video.